it's another day. It's another dose of bad news for the Disney Corporation, who, to be fair, has had a good year this year when it comes to the box office. But what we're seeing right now is that advertisers are fleeing Disney Plus, because what's going on is that nobody is watching any of the shows that they make. So I want to ask first, before any of this, is there anything that Disney has come out, given all the properties in which they own, like the likes of Star Wars and Marvel, is there anything that's ever drawn your eye, like your attention? No. Okay. I just making sure, you know, I have seen positive
I mean, like, if you want
reviews.
to count, like, you know, them buying the rights to stream The Simpsons, I guess.
Okay.
That's the reason why I have Disney Plus.
That's one of the things Bob Iger is extremely good at, is buying IP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean that was because they bought That's because they bought 20th Century Fox.
I was excited about the Mandarin like years ago.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Years ago.
So it
The
says
Mandarin?
Yeah.
it was a character in
flying orange through space.
That's how much I pay attention. Mandalorian.
Well, the Mandarin. Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, I think you were talking about the Mandarin from Iron Man.
That's exactly what I was. I thought about it. I was like,
What?
they didn't make a movie about the Mandarin or
I
a show
think he
about.
was in the Iron Man 3.
Exactly. And he wasn't even really like that impressive as the Mandarin. He was kind of like the patsy, right?
They brought him back in the streaming services as like a different version. But yeah,
Like the
okay.
Penguin,
You meant the
like Penguin.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so the Disney Plus streaming service is reportedly facing an exodus of advertisers from its ad-supported tier after subscriptions failed to meet expectations in several high-profile Star Wars shows and other Lucasfilm series flopped with the viewers. Launched to drive more revenue into Disney's coffers, the ad-supported tier at Disney Plus is struggling to hold on to advertisers who have become disenchanted with the platform. One of the things that's increasingly true is that they don't want you to buy the full streaming package. They don't want you to pay the full price for no ads. They want to funnel you to the cheaper tier that just heaps ads on you. So to me, I find the idea of paying for ads
Yes.
in the extreme. So the other day, I posted about how I was like, for anybody who cares, they added Person of Interest off freebie and they moved it to Amazon Prime, so you can now watch it without ads. And they said no, because Amazon Prime has ads unless you pay the $3 extra for the no ad tier. I was like, I will pay that every time, because I will either watch a free service that has no ad, or a free service that has ads, or I will pay the money to not see any. I'm not paying less to see ads.
It is infuriating to pay for a service and then be served advertisement.
Yeah.
That is absolute. I hate that. I completely identify with what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah, like, they never see, well, they do, but, like, they always make it look like they never see the forest for the trees. Like, they're always, you know, oh, man, we have to up our costs. Those servers cost, you know, $1 billion a year. Like, you know, they always costed $1 billion a year. They're just, like, being dicks about it.
Is there any streaming services that you guys actually do pay for? You said Disney Plus.
So I pay for a lot of them, but the thing is that I've, like, split the cost between my family and some friends.
Okay, we do that with Paramount Plus. Like, we split.
That's one I don't have
for Paramount Plus.
After Star Trek, I was just no space target.
That happened to me with Paramount Plus because of the Halo show.
Oh, I never even gave that time.
Absolutely awful. I do pay for Netflix now.
Yes, so that's purely for Seinfeld.
That really?
Yeah, I pay $18 a month to watch Seinfeld.
You watch it enough to actually make that worthwhile? Okay.
Yes.
That was literally me with Paramount Plus just for NCIS, but then they got rid of it. Or they still have it there, but they put it on Hulu, which I already have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But most of them, so what I will say right now, Amazon Prime is probably doing the best work. It seems like every day I go check and they've added some new, not new, but old show that I really, really enjoy. It really depends whether you're looking for new content or you're looking for old content that you can then rewatch the catalog of. But Disney is struggling right now. They are not struggling at the box office. They've had an absolutely killer year, whether we're talking about Moana 2 with its huge box office the other week. It's still growing. I saw that he may have amended it, but Odin from OMB Reviews did predict, I believe, that it's going to hit $1 billion, and that's on top of Inside Out 2 hitting $1 billion, Deadpool and Wolverine hitting $1 billion. Given that the year before did so crappy at the box office with what was it? Not Merlin. No, with The Little Mermaid and other such films just not making the money that they needed to make at the box office. They need to overperform on Disney Plus as well because they're looking to hit subscriber numbers that they're just not making. And also Disney has the problem right now. Valiant Renegade reported the other day that he's basically been proven right about the numbers for Snow White being way higher than what they initially, even with the tax credits that they've been given for that film, the numbers are way higher with what they're spending on it. And the final numbers won't come out probably until that film debuts. And it's going to have to make close to $1 billion just to break even.
Ain't no way.
And that's a very, very... Now, look, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the money they make comes from the parks. Like, does anybody here ever go to Disney? There we go. Crisis Party.
Hey.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. Dance, monkeys. I don't have to dance because I'm running the show.
Because you're not any fun.
No, now I'm gonna stare you down for it.
So I also thought this was funny.
Is Wicked, real quick, is Wicked Disney?
No. But I thought this was funny as well.
Kind of hilarious that it's not Disney, considering like
you would think.
I would
you
have
would
thought.
think.
You would think.
You'd have thunk.
YouTube TV, 14% price hike. It's like $80 gazillion to watch YouTube.
$82.99.
Do you know anybody who has YouTube TV?
Tim Pool.
Yeah,
Does he have YouTube
Yeah,
TV?
they're and I didn't know what it was for, but it's so that way you can watch like the regular television channels. And once he pointed it out, he's like, "Look, you get all the cable channels on YouTube as
like
well as
ESPN
blah blah
and
blah."
stuff, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that kind of actually makes more sense because that's about the same thing that you pay for like a
cable.
regular cable channel, but you're paying for YouTube TV in addition to whoever is your ISP. And your ISP, I don't know what.
Oh, and it, like not just your cable provider, but also YouTube TV.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because you're going to
Okay,
pay
yeah.
for your internet, right? That's what's actually getting all the internet into your house, and then you have to pay for all of the channels.
Yep.
Now, obviously things are different now, but when internet first came out, where you could get like broadband internet to your house, usually it was in a package with
No,
your
they forced you to get the package.
with your
Yeah.
cable. Well, yeah, but I mean, but the price if I recall correctly, the price wasn't significantly more to add internet to your cable package,
Yeah.
and you were getting the cable package and the internet. Now you have to buy YouTube TV from a whole different company than the actual ISP.
And once you add up all your streaming service prices together, you're paying close
Yeah,
to
it's
that
crazy.
anyways.
Well,
The best way you can trick yourself into thinking that's not happening is to buy the whole year at once if you can financially afford to do that.
or just
$800 or
don't
something.
waste your time with cable.
Exactly.
Like, it's just a waste of time.
Antennas work great too, as well. If you want the basic 5.
Yeah, like, and antennas give I think some of them give out 4K signals now.
Yes.
I did
Yeah.
laugh at YouTube TV getting community noted in this article. It says, a message for our members. We have always worked to offer the content you love with features to enjoy the best of live TV. To keep up with the rising costs, we are updating our monthly price to $82.99. It says YouTube, and then it gets community noted. YouTube TV has now doubled its price over the last 5 years. The last price increase was April of 2023 at $72.99 from $64.99, a 12% increase from the reference. It launched at $34.99 in 2017.
That's a huge,
That's
huge
a
increase.
huge thanks,
Yeah.
Biden. This is all his fault. I don't use YouTube TV. Like, it's weird because a lot of these streaming services have television.
Yeah.
Have like terrestrial television channels attached to it now.
Also, like, just on YouTube, like, all these, like, the news channels mainly, they broadcast their live, like, cable feed to YouTube, so you don't even need
Yeah.
cable to watch that.
Yeah.
Some of the football games, no, not the football games, something else does it. I forgot what it was off the top of my head.
I do love it, however, when companies get petty. So I did find this tweet funny where this person said, I'm so glad that I made the right financial decision in 2018 and ditched my $89 cable package so that I can now pay $83 a month for YouTube, $23 a month for Netflix, $16 a month for Disney Plus, $13 a month for Paramount, $15 a month for Prime, $10 a month for Apple TV. Well, that was your first problem. Get rid of that snobby shit.
To be fair, though, at what point is it, like, too many services?
Yes, and $21 a month for HBO, and then Tubi responded, literally free since 2014. Yeah, that's true. Tubi and Roku are of the better free streaming services. Again, I'm not watching ads unless I'm not paying for the streaming service at all.
Yeah.
So, guys, Disney has a long way to go if they're going to rebuild trust with the audience. That's a very, very hard thing. One good movie with Deadpool and Wolverine and one good kids movie with Inside Out 2 isn't going to get people excited to get back into the theaters they were. The reason why they could release mediocre Marvel movies that everybody would still show up to see is because they had endless goodwill from a lot of good movies that came before it. If they're going to do that, they are going to have to release a lot more good movies, and then just maybe people would be willing to actually subscribe to Disney Plus to go and watch them after the fact, because I don't know, like Deadpool and Wolverine did really, really good like pay VOD numbers when it came to streaming, like where you had to pay like $25 to rent it, which is insane.
Yeah, and you can't even own them at like until 5.
Yeah. And you don't even own it then. Like even if you buy a movie digitally, you don't own it.
Yeah.
You don't own it. So be wary. Disney's got a lot of work to do if they're going to win back the trust of the public.
What's like? Can you still buy physical copies of DVDs and stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can still buy them. I don't know how much that happens. I mean, steel books are still very, very popular. Like those specialty Blu-rays and stuff like that are still very popular and things like that. But for the most part, a lot of it has become not a speculator's market, but it's for collectors rather than watchers, right?
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is to like buy a season of a DVD. Then I'm immediately just going to create a Plex for it, or
No, the reason you do that is so that way when you say a no-no word on the internet, you can actually watch them later.
Yes, well,
because you will lose your access to Apple or whatever as soon if things continue in this direction, which I hope that the population has lost its appetite for it, but it's not a guarantee. But if things continue in the direction that they had been going in the past 10 years, there will be some type of social credit system here in the U.S. There's already a foundation for one.
You said something we don't like. You have lost access to Disney Plus.
This is not nearly as far-fetched as people that don't spend a lot of time online might think. There are plenty of people that have been debanked. There are plenty of people that have lost their ability to have to engage in commerce in the U.S. because they're not allowed to have a bank account. Those kind of things are real. So it is genuinely worth having physical copies of things, just like it's genuinely worth actually having physical.
Well, the point then is then you have
materials
to buy
that have value.
You buy it and then you immediately rip it to a hard drive so that I don't have to put a new disc in every 4 episodes. That's the problem for me. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.